Good evening, men. As you know by now, my reign as commissioner has officially begun in this league, which will be entering its 8th season. 8 seasons. 7 seasons were reigned over by Dan Skidlowski, who did a very nice job setting this league on the right track. But here we are, and I have taken over. So, this is a little off-season update video. I want to go over some changes that will be coming this season. Hopefully nothing too drastic. Well, one big drastic change, which I will get to. But overall, I think the league will continue as we know it. It will continue to grow, and it will continue to be a league that we are proud to be a part of. So, with that being said, let me get into it. First thing I want to announce is that I made an executive decision, and I have created a league on myfantasyleague.com. So, why have I done this? I'll go through a few reasons. First off, this is just a free trial, and I haven't committed to anything, but I want to hopefully win you over. So, first, comparing to CBS, this league is made for Dynasty and Keeper leagues. That's what this entire website is. It's the best there is out there in that regard, in that it has full customization. I've already been on it for a while. The complexity is intense. There's a lot of stuff, and it can fully support all of our needs as a league, as far as our keepers, how we want scoring, how we want the schedule, how we want our playoffs, all of that. So that's a great thing about it. It's half the price of CBS, and in this first year at least, we get half off for leaving CBS. They have like a reward for switching over from a competitor. So it would normally be $80, so that's between $6 and $7 a person. And this year, you're only looking at paying $3 and $4 a person. I know the buy-in has been a problem when it goes all to the league, because then where's the money for the winner in the end? But I think if we're only paying less than $5 a person, it shouldn't be too much of a problem for people to fork over a little bit more for that money to go to a winner, which I know we all want in the end. Yeah, so that is something that I want to do. You guys can research this for yourself. The other thing, the things that we sacrifice with this new league has plenty of positives with all that we're able to do on it. This is, like I said, it's the best out there from what I've seen. But the cons would be a little bit of money still being spent. It doesn't look as clean as CBS or ESPN or Yahoo, for example. If that's important to you, the appearance of the screen, it's a little more cut and dry with what we're looking at. And I guess lastly, like rankings and advice aren't spoon-fed to you each week the same way they would be on CBS, for example. You might have to do a little bit more research, as in just Google who should I start this week, but instead of just clicking on a link on CBS. So I'm hoping that won't be too much of a problem. And like I said, I want to make an executive decision. I think this would be really good for us to switch over. One, because I know that people are upset with how much we pay for CBS, and two, it has much more complexity and just overall better stuff that we can do on it than other main platforms like ESPN or Yahoo. So with that being said, that's my big announcement that I want to do in this video. Continuing on, last year we did with the waiver wire, first come, first serve, which really didn't work out that well. I mean, it did for the people who got there first, obviously, but I just proposed that we go back to the waiver system where you choose who you want to pick up, but then the player goes to whoever has the worst record at the time. That goes through Wednesday, Thursday, leading up to the first game each morning. So I've set that up on this new site, and that should work all right if everyone's willing to go back to that. Next thing on the agenda, I thought about the way we do scheduling. I was thinking about that today, just like how we have the 3 divisions of 4. I was just considering if there are any other possibilities that would work better, such as 2 divisions of 6, or possibly no divisions at all, where we're just all in a standings and a table and then work the playoffs from there somewhere. So yeah, I was thinking about how the playoffs would work with these different division setups, and I came to the conclusion that the way we do it now is the best. The only problem with how the schedule went last year was that we wanted the championship in week 16, not 17, which was definitely right. But that meant that there was one team that you didn't play each year. Like, there was one owner you didn't get a game against. So we have two options there. First option is either we keep it that way, where there's just one owner you don't play. Second option would be that this site has the ability to do double headers, where 1 week you would play 2 opponents, and that way you would play everyone once. So, yeah, for whoever actually watches this video, think about those two options, whether you'd like it that we still just play 13 games in the regular season in 13 weeks, or play 14 games in 13 weeks, so that you still play everyone. So that's something to consider. Another small thing about the playoffs I was thinking is just, this is a really small thing. You won't even notice it next year if this change gets made, but just we do a bracket with 6 teams and the winners move on, and that's that. But I was thinking we could change it more like NFL playoffs, where they reseed after the wild card round. So, like, if the 6 seed wins that matchup with the 3 seed in the first round, they play the 1 seed instead, because highest and lowest, just like the NFL playoffs. So I was thinking that would be a good change to make. And my last announcement, this is the last thing, I promise. We're already at the 6:30 mark, damn. I wasn't trying to make this video this long, but okay. Last thing I want to say is, I was thinking about the Sacco and how we don't have a Sacco punishment. So I definitely propose we have a Sacco punishment, which I don't have an idea right now. Everyone should contribute ideas for what that should be, and we definitely need to decide that before the season starts. But I was thinking about the Sacco matchup. Even if we have a Sacco punishment, we get to that Sacco championship in December, and as things stand right now, the loser's the Sacco, which is awful. It should be something bad, which we don't want, but you still get the first overall pick. And I really don't want there to be any silver lining to being the Sacco. I think that should be an all-bad thing that no one wants. There should be no reason to tank. So, I've said that with my fantasy team, I'm trusting the process with some of the deals I'm making. But with that being said, I propose that starting a year from now, this is way in the future because I can't do it now, but a year from now, we have a draft lottery for the 6 teams that are in the Sacco playoffs. Just for the first round. The second round can continue with worst record order, but just for the first round, have those top 6 go into a lottery, very similar to the NBA. And I think that would be exciting if we did that right after the season ends. So yeah, I'm thinking about changes that could benefit the league, and yeah, some of them are out in the future, like a change to the playoffs or a potential draft lottery at the end of the season for next year. But yeah, I just want to get those things out there. And most important announcement I wanted to make was for you guys to check out or think about this new site that I definitely want us to do for next year. It's myfantasyleague.com. And yeah, that's about it.